uchira usafi critical topic immortality uchira usafi kana ndo batukwane kana ndo bani mini we don't know, but there are people who are living on this earth who are not dying, said Prophet Makandiwa. I've watched a movie like Old Guard, Bloodsport by Van Diesel, Men from the Earth, Holocene, movie like Internals, Marvels, movie like an Old Guard. Old Guard, there is 1 and 2. And there is a true history about this man. I don't know whether he's from Angola or where, or it's DSR Congo. I don't know. He's called Simeon Toko. The man died several times and wake up and never die. I don't know what happened to him. I will share more light on that one as times goes on this video. But for now, let's listen and let's watch what Prophet Makandiwa says.
There's not even one scholar who can prove to me that John died. Same John that the disciples asked Jesus, is this John going to live forever? Then Jesus said, if I want him to live, what has that to do with you? Because he had spoken about life forevermore. That there are some of you standing here that shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his glory. Be careful. Not all human beings are dying.
As you can hear, but not everyone are dying. So you can see the movie there, Old Guard 2, then Simeon Toko showing his belly where he was shot. Then he came back to life. Then Marvel's Internal. You can see Men from the Earth, Holocene. Then I say Bloodsport. It's not Bloodsport, it's Bloodshot by Van Diesel. That is the movie you can watch. And there is this man from Tanzania called Ishmael Aziz. The documentary is there on YouTube. The man died several times, then came back to life. So for sure, there are people who are living and roaming on this earth, changing identity every day, and they are not dying, no death at all. Immortality to light. Let's listen to Prophet Makandiwa.
There's not even one scholar who can prove to me that John died. Same John that the disciples asked Jesus, is this John going to live forever? Then Jesus said, if I want him to live, what has that to do with you? Because he had spoken about life forevermore. That there are some of you standing here that shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his glory. Be careful. Not all human beings are dying. Remember, John is at the Isle of Patmos. He has been abandoned, thrown away. They've tried to kill him several times. They've plugged his eyes out. He can no longer see.
Oh my God.
In the middle of the sea, the ocean, this man is there to die. Yet he has access to books. And he is writing what he is seeing. Behold, I saw. He's a blind man and writing things. Here comes the most shocking part. You said verse what?
11.
Verse 11. Hear this.
And he said unto me,
Thou
must prophesy
again
before
there is a revival of a ministry. This man had come to the end of his life. That is why there's not even one scholar who can prove to me that John died. Same John that the disciples asked Jesus, is this John going to live forever? Then Jesus said, if I want him to live, what has that to do with you? Because he had spoken about life forevermore. That there are some of you standing here that shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his glory. We are now getting into the spiritual things now.
Yes.
So we have a man who has been thrown away from mankind so that he dies. This is the ultimate isolation. More than what we have experienced. When he was at the end of his life because of this continuous lockdown, now God is saying you have to prophesy again. Where?
Before
what?
Many
Many what?
Peoples.
My God. So who told you you can ever find his bones in the Isle of Patmos? Right at the end of his life, of his ministry, there is a revival of another phase. John has to come back again from that Isle of Patmos, back into the society with probably a different identity. My God. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Not all human beings are dying. You must prophesy again. To who?
Before many people.
Many people. Are you telling me that many people were going to get into ships to get to John?
No, Father.
Kings.
No.
And who?
Nations.
Nations were going to come to the Isle of Patmos.
No, Father.
You have to prophesy again. Be very careful. Some of us, we can tell you, some of these people are still alive. Be very, 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 very careful. Be very, 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 very careful. Be very careful. Be very careful. So we have, I know this is so strange. This is so strange because from what Bible colleges have told us, this is where the man ended his life. Nothing more.
Nothing more.
How about that part? A book has just been given to him. Now there is something happening in his stomach. And he has to come back. Yet this man, there's not even one ship that got to that Isle of Patmos and brought him back. Yet he had to prophesy again to many people. For how long? Until when? When did he then eventually die? Some of these things that you want to eat, will people around you understand what is happening in your stomach? Will your boss ever understand what is happening to you? Do they have an idea of your condition? Do you think that your husband, your wife is ever going to understand you? What happens to you? She has no idea. She has no idea. He has no idea whatsoever. What has entered into your being is what drives you to do certain things.